What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. More Birthright coverage as we work our way through the Bloodline abilities. And today we have a cool one, Heightened Ability, which is basically going to provide your characters with a stat boost. And it's a minor ability, and oddly enough, every derivation except Masela gets access to this. And depending on your specific derivation, it's going to affect a different stat. But basically, the old powers, embody different types of characteristics that are associated with that particular god or bloodline, whether it's strength, intelligence, or beauty. And so basically, two different ways it's going to work. So if you already have a 14 in that given stat, you're going to raise it by a single point. So, 14 to 15. But if you, depending on how you work it and which stat is going to be in play here, when you're working on building your character and you happen to have acquired this ability, on the off chance that you do have this bloodline ability, if you put something in a 13 and then you get to actually raise it by d6 points. So if you roll really well, right, that 13 suddenly becomes a 19, and if you're starting off at first level, that can be very, very powerful. So now second ed did a wonky thing with stats like strength, for example, going from 17, 18 to 19. There was this goofy subcategory for 18 where you could go, as it says here, like 1810, 1814, all the way up through like 100, and then you finally got to like 19. So thankfully that is gone, and I would advise people just to stick with whatever other edition or whatever edition you're really playing, even if you're playing second. But it's just so much simpler, just going with what I think fifth ed does now. So just if somehow you get to 19 because of that, there you go. Or sorry, 19 or 20, congratulations. So. And then the following abilities then with the specific derivation. So Endearus, you could choose Charisma or Strength, certainly great for, your fighter types and your paladins. Basaya, Intelligence. Brenna, Dexterity. Rainier, Constitution. Interesting that it's that he's associated with Constitution and not Intelligence potentially. Vorin, Wisdom. Or actually, sorry, I think Vorin. Yeah, I think Vorin would have been interesting to have more in line with intelligence as well. But again, it is what it is. And then oddly enough here, Azrai, Charisma or Intelligence. So Charisma, more in the sense of obviously this being the main bad guy or main bad god. So Charisma in an evil way as far as that goes. Or with a sort of an evil subtext to it. So a fun one, certainly if it comes up. But again, caution advised here, just because again it can create for some really powerful characters starting out. So something to keep in mind if a player happens to land on that. Could see maybe tweaking this instead of d6, maybe just make it d3. Seems a little bit more fair. Because again, if you have a 14 or higher, it's just going up a single point. But by being at 13, at a minimum, it's going to get to 14. But average roll, right, it's going to go bump something to like a 3, so 17 or something like that, 16 or 17. So again, a fun one, but something that does have a note of caution there for DMs. But let us know, guys, if you've had any campaigns and any characters that happen to land on Heightened Ability, and what stat got boosted with what, and how that actually played out in the campaign, and if that ever got out of hand by having a potentially OP player character. So leave us a comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll have more for you guys very soon.